Morning, Mark.
Good morning, Rob. How are you?
I'm doing great. How have you been?
Doing awesome. Got the hat on. I didn't want my hair to get messed up in the rain. You know what I mean?
It's crazy out there.
Nasty out there.
It looks really big. You made it in okay.
I love it. And that was for my Instagram friends. Those who are simply listening, I have no hair. So that was the bump bump.
Ba-da-bum.
Caitlin and Candace, did you like the music? Did you like the
I
opening?
loved it.
Yeah, you feel that?
I
Yeah.
felt good.
Got us
It's
moving.
original theme music for Mark.
Created by
Good.
Becca Schrand
Yeah.
out there in LA, crushing it, absolutely crushing it,
Amazing.
slaying it,
Yeah.
working for Marvel. So proud.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
It's a
amazing.
great story. Great story. Well, let's see. What else? Well, it's something to feel good about. What else are we feeling good about?
Well, you know what? Winter's coming.
Is that something to...
Should we feel good about that?
I mean, it's Friday. Listen, you either love winter or you hate winter, right?
Let's embrace this.
Embrace winter, right?
Okay.
We love it.
There you go, Candace.
So talking with my farmer friends and clients, and a lot of pine cones. I don't know if you've noticed all the pine cones
Yes.
down, Rob.
Yes.
I'm seeing them everywhere, and I said, what does this mean? Oh, it's going to be cold.
Oh, really?
Oh, is that
What do you
a
mean?
thing?
You live in New England, Rob.
No,
what
no,
do you
I-
expect? It's
no,
going to
I-
be 60 degrees in January?
Well,
Come on,
no.
buddy.
Well-
No, you're right.
That does happen sometimes.
It's going to be cold with a lot of snow, so I'm all fired up about the lot of snow part of it.
Okay.
You
But
know?
you do like winter activities.
Well, how else do you get through the winter in New England?
Exactly.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
You ski. You get up to New Hampshire. You make it happen. But if you hate it, you go to Florida.
Florida. Yeah.
Florida. Wow. Okay, well, that's right. Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
That's
right?
true.
You know, we heard a lot of people talking about that post-COVID, right? When the real estate market was super hot, they were looking at their values and they were saying, you know, I was going to retire in 3 to 5 years, but
Yeah.
you know what? I'm going to Florida now.
Yeah.
I'm not doing another winter, right?
Yeah, no, you were right about that. I have heard many stories like that where people, I couldn't imagine, people that grew up here, they just sold their house.
So many
and
people have left.
They were out of here.
But why would you wait? Like, if your goal is to
Yeah,
go there,
I mean, this is
you know,
something
what are
you're
you
right.
waiting for?
Yeah,
right?
it's-
You don't know what tomorrow's going to bring,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
You know, I'm hearing, oh, but the stock market's crashing, Rob.
Oh, whatever.
You know,
It's going to crash if you're here or in Florida, so you might as well be warm.
And that's exactly right, right? So our, you know, I share experiences, right? I don't like to give advice, Rob. I feel like if I'm giving advice, that implies I have the answers, right? Everybody's unique. I don't have the answers, but
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I do. I don't look at my retirement statements in times like these. Why? Why? I
Yeah,
didn't
no need to stress out.
Well, I didn't lose the money. I mean, listen to McNamara on Money. So simplifies the complex every Saturday morning here
True.
on WATD, and you don't lose it unless you take it out, right? The market's down. Yes, wah, it happens. These are cycles. We've been through them.
Yeah.
And then, you know what, I'm hearing a lot of the real estate professionals too, but also the buyers themselves and the sellers, right? We're hearing the sellers saying, but I'm not going to be able to sell because the buyers, they can't afford it anymore. They, you know, they could have bought 800,000 and now they can only buy 400,000. Like, what? Where is this information coming from, right?
Yeah.
This is scaring people. But there's these things called adjustable rate mortgages, Rob. I mean, we've talked about adjustable rate mortgages before, and you get a much more attractive interest rate if you limit the time, right? So people think it's risky, but I need a 30-year fixed mortgage. Why? Again, why? Who's telling you that you have to put that square peg in the square hole,
Yeah.
right? Why do you need a 30-year fixed? Right now, so again, sharing experiences. I started buying real estate. Julie and I bought our first condo right after the dot-com boom, right? Boom! Y2K, all the tech companies, dot-com crashing, things were bad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But
I
we-
mean, places were shutting down their offices, right?
But we bought in, and we bought in with, I think, a 5-year adjustable rate mortgage at the time. So,
Okay.
you know, rates were at 8, very similar to right now. Rates were at 8, and that's happening with these 30-year fixed mortgages. I mean, people are looking at the number 8 and saying, oh my, I can't believe rates are at 8. But yet, 3-year, if you have 3 years, right? It's a short period of time, but it's not a short period of time. Those are in the 4s, right? Just like the 30 years were, but it's a different product, different mindset. Now, There's 5 years and 7 years, and there's even 10-year mortgages, right? So adjustable rate means you have that rate for 10 full years. Remember 10 years ago? That was a
10 years
long
ago.
time ago. A lot of different things happened. You can imagine what could happen in the next 10 years. I bet your rates come down. But the 10-year is at 5. 5. I remember doing this, and people saw 5 in an adjustable rate mortgage, and the confetti was coming down. It was an amazing time. So it's all relative. It's perspective.
Yeah.
Alyssa McNamara talks about perspective. I came on her show, and we really focused on that word, and it's all perspective. And where are you? And we've got an amazing photographer in studio right now. Right,
Yeah.
and look at the
That's me.
Caitlin Litchfield.
That's me.
Look at the foliage, right? Why not go ahead and take pictures of your house now, right? October 14th, 2022, this is what my house looked like. Yes, it's December now and there's snow and I had to shovel to get you in the house, but it's a great time to be selling because there's not other people doing it.
That is the greatest piece of advice you could give. If you're selling your house or you're thinking about selling your house, take the photos when the house looks the best, with the foliage or the beautiful summer leaves or whatever, because it's what the potential of the house is. That is great advice.
And Candace,
hire
it's
me.
so easy to do,
No.
right? So it's you get those, and it's true to form. You're not being deceptive. Yes, there's snow
Right.
on the ground now, but look what this looked like 2 months ago. Do your home inspection, get your home inspection completed, and get with a good loan professional that has creative products. Everybody's unique, right? So sit down, figure out what the payment is. This is not a moment to freeze, right? Dr. Joe talks about the fight, flight, freeze concept, right? A lot of people know about the fight, flight, right? But the freeze is as dangerous as anything else. And it feels like the sentiment of 2009. I don't know if you remember that, Rob, but I was in this business, deep in real estate, owning real estate, running a real estate business. And 2009 had an eerie feeling of frozenness. And it's not necessary. These are the times where opportunities lay. These are the times where people can really make impactful changes. And it's important that they're talking with the correct folks. I mean, obviously we can introduce people to, professionals if they don't know who they are. We do not recommend going at this on your own, especially right now, because
Yeah.
it takes creativity. It takes wisdom, Rob. It takes people who've seen things like this to guide them, mentor them, bring them into a place for success. And that goes with the loan officers as well. Speak to those loan officers, those loan professionals, and what is the next move? Yeah, I have a low interest rate here, but what's it going to look like if I make a move and I settle in? I have friends that talk about date the rate, marry the home, right? So don't get too hung up on what the
Okay.
interest rate is, because if you can handle it, it's going to be like you got a raise when the rates do eventually come back down, and they always do, Rob. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
cycle. It's a roller coaster, but where do you want to be sitting on the roller coaster? You want to sit and get into it and drive into this, or freeze and sit back
on
and
the
wait?
sidelines.
Right.